How do people vlog? It took me 18 hours, 7 minutes and 31 seconds to complete last week's video. This is just impractical. I'll have to cut corners this week. I'm not really sure how I'm gonna do it. 6 a.m. Let's see what kind of sound samples I can get at the depot. So I just arrived here. Just realized this looks like a spaceship at night. Yeah, this looks like the city. Outer space. City. So I was hoping to record some audio here today, but it's pretty much just noise. And I can record noise, and maybe I can do something with noise, but I cannot get in. There's not much I can do, I think. I mean, I can knock on things here and sample them, but this doesn't really make much sense. Maybe I can just record some ambient noise and see what I can do with it with post. Well, they seem to be pretty excited. So a couple of months ago, I saw a video . This video is what got me hooked on John Brooks. And John Brooks is a composer, is a brilliant composer. Like, there is a track, I need to look it up. This sounds like talking robots. Makes me think, you know, there is this idea in design when you work on a product that you want to build, you want to prototype it before, you want to create some sort of a thing that you can evaluate. You have some sort of an assumption. You think, yeah, this could work or this could not work. Let's give it a go. And with digital design, it's super easy. You create some sort of a prototype and you just push it out, you test it. You can test it with users directly. With video, however, this is a bit trickier because I have now this idea that I'm thinking, could this work for that video that I had? Could this idea of space, how could I bring this idea of space into the film? And I can cheat. I can sort of create a prototype simply by just playing this. I think it could work. I'm not really sure if exactly something like this, but That idea of like random sounds, it actually reminds me of the Krill patch.
In 1956, Beebe and Louis Barron made one of the first widely heard electronic music scores for a Hollywood movie, Forbidden Planet.
Beebe and Louis Barron. That's my next search. This is how it sounds like. But this is really fast and super random. But just to prototype this.
This makes a good jump.
It's just super creepy. I think it really adds to the visuals, absolutely. I don't know if it's gonna work, but this test makes me confident enough to pursue this and spend a couple of hours building this patch and playing around with it and seeing if I could do something a bit more original with it for the complete composition. So what I've got here is a sort of krill patch. It's not really a krill patch because it is on scale and it's not that off, but I can make it sound very off by adding frequency modulation. Okay, so it just sounds creepy, but as soon as I'm taking this out, I can actually make it sound quite decent and on scale. And I've also set up a chord here. This sound represents nature to me. It's very scientific nature, which is also interesting because it's nature in the city. So it's like designed nature. This is a spot of nature inside of where we live as a city. It's not that wild. And this is also not wild. It's very clean. And this guy over here also sounds nice, but I can take it off scale and then it will sound really weird. See now, these notes are not on scale, but I can assign it to a scale and make it a bit more harmonic, and I can add the frequency modulation to really destroy it and make it very electronic, very metallic, very concrete, very city in comparison to this really beautiful chord. That's good. This is getting somewhere. It's not very original or anything, but it is getting somewhere. I think there is a clear relation between the visuals. Well, I don't know. I didn't really try putting it on the visuals, but it seems like something that could work, and I can also make these notes really tight and sharp, which will make them much more percussive. That's a bit like that John Brooks thing. Not exactly, but sort of resembles. And then I can also add a kick. So if I just choose here track 8, I can this kick can tie everything together. So I can do something like that on the offbeat. This reminds me of like tribal rhythm. And although these notes are not really on scale now, because they're so short, they seem percussive and they don't really bother that much. They actually complement the maybe boredom of that I don't know, organic chord. The organic chord on its own is really nice, but it's a bit boring. Those hits are what makes it a bit more interesting. And the kick ties everything together.